giving when these channels don't always work. Hey, XP. Hi. Okay, waiting for YouTube. It looks like we're just waiting for YouTube to get connected. Ethereal Quills, good morning. Thank you, friend. All right. Let's see how many chats we can successfully manage today. What do you guys say? Name of the game is, how many chats can she keep up with? Okay. Right now, I have... Okay. We are officially live on TikTok. Hey, Ree. On YouTube. Hey, Star Muse. On Instagram. Hey, Ethereal Quills. On Discord and on Kick and on Twitch. Today is quite a thing, is it not? For those of you who are new here, this is my puppy. He is the star of the show. You too, Ajna. Actually, you are the star of the show. You stole the show on Monday. For those of you who are here on Monday, at the end of the show. Yes. All right. So, what the heck are we doing here? Who the heck is this person? Hello. My name is Reverend Deborah. I am a non-denominational reverend. I am a movement facilitator. Movement in breath, body, and being. And I am your shenanigan shaman. So do not expect to take yourself too seriously here. There's a lot of places out in the world where you can go and you can take yourself very seriously. This is not one of them. Do we talk about serious stuff? Yes. Do we sometimes take the serious things seriously? Occasionally, for a moment or two. And then we move back into shenanigans. Because shenanigans, play, silliness, curiosity, willingness afford us the space and the freedom to grow, to learn, to explore and experience life in a whole other way. Don't believe me? Hang out. Hi, puppy. Hang out for what? For Bhakti Bites. This is our Bhakti Bites class. We go live Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time for Bhakti Bites. Bhakti means devotion, so devotion to what? Devotion to self-care. Because self-care is often the last thing on our to-do list and the first thing that we drop off the to-do list when we run out of day, right? When we run out of patience, when we run out of time. Who's the last person who gets our patience? Who's the last person who gets our time? Who's the last person who gets our love, our nourishment, our care, our attention? Oftentimes it's us. Timeless and Trending, welcome. You can definitely, so just FYI, you can listen while you're at work. We will sit for a small meditation, probably somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes. We will practice a mudra. So I invite you to take any pieces of this practice that work with you. If you are at work right now and you're just listening and that's all that's available to you, that's great. If you can peek at the screen and grab the mudra with us and hold the mudra for a little bit, you will receive some benefits from this mudra. If you've got the ability to close your eyes and to jam with this mudra with us for 5-10 minutes, great. If you can't make it for the whole 10 minutes, that's okay too. We are not in the business of telling you what to do. Why? Because you are your guru. Hey, Byron. I am here sharing the tools that have changed my life and very matter-of-factly saved my life. I'm here sharing them for free because they are that powerful, because they're that important. So, you guys ready? Ooh, awesome, Blue Love. I am huge on mutual marketing. That's not the term I'm looking for. And I actually created a TikTok shop only to list things from other small businesses and creators. I am not interested in selling plastic things from somewhere else. So just FYI, for those of you who have a shop, who do sell products or services, I guess it's just products on TikTok Shop, feel free to reach out to me. I am happy to boost and share things that I like too, right? And support small business. So, killer mudra outfit, thank you. Today was one of those days where my brain is feeling funky. I used my singing bowl to put tiny chocolate chip cookies in it. Today is a very curious day. Today my child self came out to play. Today I went to put on my drab sweats and sweater and all that. Actually, I did this morning to go out in public and those things. And when I came home, she said, "Get this off." So I said, okay. Freezing? No, the sun has come out. I live in Oregon, so the morning is icy and rainy. Sun comes out and everything defrosts and we have a beautiful day. Almost warm, almost hot in the afternoon. Almost. All the seasons in one day. That's why I love Oregon. So, what's the mudra this week? For those of you who were here on Monday, hopefully you have been practicing your Shakti Mudra. Ooh, Lila, please come visit. I've got an RV that I usually rent on Airbnb. But if you want suggestions for places to visit or places to stay, definitely reach out. So, what's the mudra for the week? Shakti Mudra. What is the Shakti Mudra? The Shakti Mudra is the mudra for inspiration. The Shakti Mudra is done like so. Tuck in your thumb to your palms and drop your first two fingers, pointer and middle, over your thumb. Bring those folded knuckles to touch together. And then touch the tips of your ring and your pinky finger, keeping them extended with intention. Remember that when we hold our mudras, in fact, in any mindfulness practice, what we are focusing on, what we are using, the most powerful tools we have, is our intention and our attention. Yes, we don't need to create tension within the space of mindfulness. We use our intention and we bring our awareness back to that. I hold my body upright with intention, not creating tension in my shoulders or my neck, right? Same with the mudra. In fact, we say no more than the weight of a nickel. So if you can bring these together, your knuckles, first two knuckles together, and no more than the weight of the nickel on these two. Now, when I say that and you put your hands together, you may go, I can't help it. There's pressure between these fingers. That's okay. Honor where you are in the moment. Mudras are really beautiful because it doesn't take work to get into them. In fact, the more you try to push yourself into the mudra, the less benefit you're going to receive from that mudra, because mudras work to redirect the energy channels in the body. And just like a circuit, just like a light switch, it doesn't need pressure in that connection to make the electrical current go through. In fact, it doesn't really even need connection sometimes, right? Oh, we got a slipping puppy. Oh no. So let's do that one more time. Puppy snores. Yes, be prepared for lots of puppy sleeping content. Puppy sleeping, puppy jumping, puppy running, puppy everything. There's a lot of it. There's a lot. I need a video editor. If anybody wants to trade services, I am looking for a video editor, FYI. So let's do because I've got a lot of content and I need somebody helping me. So, Shakti Mudra, the mudra for inspiration, the mudra to connect us with the divine feminine, the mudra that works on the entire pelvic area, the mudra that works to heal trauma and fear located in the pelvic area. Specifically, yes, also trauma related to SA and that kind of stuff, or unconscious intimacy. Remember that when we connect with people, we share energy with them, whether we're conscious of it or not. So it also relieves tension and discomfort in the abdominal organs, lower abdominal organs. So if you're having menstrual cramps or any other kind of bloating, lower abdominal bloating or digestive stuff, this mudra can help with those things. But it works less on the actual digestion and more on soothing the muscles, the tendons, the everything in there, improving upon our connection to the divine feminine and aligning us with the lunar rhythms, right? So we have solar and lunar rhythms that move through us at all times, through the entire universe. That's the duality, right, that we experience, is the lunar and the solar, the yin and the yang. So this mudra is the epitome of the feminine aspect. And if you're a masculine person, you're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. Trust me, within each of us lives I was going to say a balance, but we're not always balanced. In fact, many of us are not balanced, and that's okay. Of feminine and masculine. You are the manifestation of your unique miracle, and that's okay, and that's fantastic as you are. So, regardless of what you identify as, hey, feral merman, I encourage you to sit with the Shakti Mudra. The Shakti Mudra is the mudra for inspiration. It is the mudra for the creative force. Remember that the feminine is the creative force, is our connection to the earth, is our grounding, is our ability to move intention into manifestation, into creation, into reality. So if you want to improve upon your manifestation techniques and that kind of stuff, calling the good shit to you, this is also a really good mudra for that. So, Shakti Mudra, especially for big bearded men. All right. Yes. Lila, you feel like for men to get to their divine masculine, they have to explore the feminine energy within. Absolutely. It's important for all of us to explore both aspects of this, because it's like having your right and your left side and then completely ignoring your left side for your entire life. Nobody goes to the gym and does only right side curls. You don't kettlebell with only the left arm. No, that would obviously be absurd. But we oftentimes do this with the energy, the divine masculine and feminine energies. So, not last time, we'll do this a bunch of times. Here's your Shakti Mudra again. Tuck your thumbs into the palms. Drop those first two fingers over your thumb. Remember, no more than the weight of a nickel. You're not trying to pop your knuckle here, which I did accidentally there. We're not trying to pop your knuckle, just no more than the weight of a nickel. Keeping this last two fingers extended, your ring and your pinky. Bring the folded knuckles together and the pads of the ring and the pinky fingers. So your Shakti Mudra will look like so. What do you do with it once you've got it? Bring it to your heart. Bring it to the center of your chest. Once you've got it here, give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. Wiggle your elbows, flap your wings, and then relax. A lot of times some wiggles can help us release our tension. Pardon my words. Like I said, it's a shenanigan kind of day. Hey, Jersey Moon, good morning. Welcome, my friend. Shakti Mudra. So on Monday, we sit with our mudra for 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. Hey, Dream Baby. On Wednesday, we add a little bit to our meditation. So we will sit for between 5 to 10 minutes, probably closer to 10. Now, if I want to add this little caveat before we get started. If you are someone who says you cannot meditate, or you cannot visualize, or you cannot get your mind to quiet down, I encourage you to sit with us, because meditation is not about perfection. It is about the process. The process itself is what is so powerful. Everything else is a boon, is a benefit, is icing on the cake and sprinkles and cherries and whatnot. We don't meditate to get the visuals, to quiet our mind. We meditate, we practice mindfulness to cultivate awareness, to cultivate our intention and attention. So Tara and anyone else who is driving or at work, please make sure that you are safe. I will cue you to close your eyes, so please, if you are driving or whatnot, don't do that. You can always take your Shakti Mudra later, and the replays for this meditation will always be on YouTube, so you can go find it there when you have time to actually sit with your eyes closed. But Puppy is already meditating. So, oh my gosh, what a funny little twist he's in too. Okay, all right. We're going to sit for our meditation. Again, please honor where you are in the moment. If you sit for this meditation, okay, let's back up. When we close our eyes and we cultivate that inner awareness, sometimes things can arise within us. Thoughts, feelings, worries, fears, awkward sensations, especially when you're using mudras you may not be familiar with, you may not be used to the way that these move your energy body. If at any point you experience discomfort or fear or whatnot that's beyond a boundary for you, release the practice. All you have to do is release the mudra, place your hands down on your thighs for grounding, and then just refocus on your breath. Let go of everything else, place your hands on your thighs, and just breathe. That's if it becomes too intense for you. I invite you to meet your edges with curiosity and willingness, not with force and not with shame or guilt. When we are in this space practicing mindfulness, it is a very vulnerable space. And we want to approach this space with loving compassion, with gentleness and patience. When we do so, we invite all of the other parts of ourself, the quieter voices, the fearful emotions, the concerned, what have you, right? Characters. We give them space to be seen and be heard. And that, my friends, is how you find your healing, through mindfulness. There's a million other ways to heal too. Okay, so without further ado, here is our meditation. Shakti Mudra, tuck your thumb in, drop your first two fingers, bring those folded knuckles together so that the pad of your ring finger and your pinky finger touch. Keep those extended with your intention, not tension. And then bring this mudra to anchor it right at your sternum, right? You can have it where it feels comfortable here, but right in the middle of your chest, kind of on the lower side if you'd like to. You can keep it up high. Don't go too high with it. But I also encourage you to approach this with curiosity. If in the middle of the meditation you feel called to be like, and like lift it up, then go ahead and honor where you are. Go ahead and honor what your body is doing, what your energy is experiencing. Okay. Go ahead and close your eyes if it's safe to do so. And we will begin our practice with 3 deep breaths. You can be seated, you can be laying down. All I ask is that you are not slouching, because we are affecting the energy body, so it's important to keep that channel open and clear. All right, 3 deep breaths. Inhale first through the nose, pulling the breath through the lungs and all the way into the belly. Sigh it out. Inhale again, lifting the heart and elongating the spine. And let it go. Inhale again, expanding the rib cage in all directions, front, sides, and back. Really breathe into your chest space and hold at the top. And release. Check in with your mudra just for a moment. Sometimes they end up collapsing in on them ourselves. Our mudras collapse. Our mudras can collapse. So it's important to check on it. Make sure that you're using intention to keep your mudra without relaxing it so much that it collapses. Return your attention to your breath. And follow the inhale all the way to the top. Follow the exhale all the way to the bottom. We are just resting our attention on the breath, following the inhale to the top, exhale to the bottom. There is nothing more to do here except follow the breath. If your mind monkeys are busy and chattering away, do your best to just bring your attention back again and again. Every time they pipe up, say, hey, you need to worry about this. Hey, you forgot to do this. Come back to your breath, as if you're tuning your ears to listen for your breath over the din of a loud room. Your mind monkeys, it's not their turn right now. Right now, it's your breath. Allow your breath to slowly elongate until you find a nice, comfortable, steady rhythm of inhales and exhales. Meditation is a process. The practice is bringing our awareness back again and again to our intention. And right now the intention is just to follow the breath. It's okay if you spend this entire time bringing your attention back to your breath. That is the practice. This is how we train our brain and our mind monkeys. Keep breathing in this space, meeting yourself with compassion and patience. In and of itself, this can be your entire practice. Just sitting with the mudra and following the breath, bringing your awareness back again and again and again. Occasionally checking on your mudra, bringing intention back to your mudra. If you would like to add to your practice, I invite you now to drop your attention down to your belly button. All of your attention, just like it was on your breath, drop it now to your belly button. For just a moment, tighten the muscles of your abdomen, the muscles right behind your belly button. Almost like you're trying to close your belly button. I know that sounds crazy, because it is. Go ahead and focus your awareness with the intention of tightening up your belly button. And release the tension. And again, tighten up the belly button and release the tension. One more time. Tighten up the belly button and release the tension. This time, make sure you release all tension. Take a big deep breath in, pull the breath all the way down into the belly, filling the belly with fresh, clean oxygen. And sigh it out. Again, relax the belly completely. So many of us hold the muscles in our lower abdomen. Relax. Relax. It can take several moments for your belly to really relax, especially if you're used to holding. Breathe slow and steady. And your intention now is just to soften the belly. Holding your awareness on your belly button, soften the belly. Slow, steady breaths. Check on your mudra, bring intention back to your mudra, and rest your awareness on your belly button. Relax your belly. You may notice that tension comes back to your belly. Even though you're saying relax, relax, then all of a sudden it tenses up. So relax again. Meet yourself with loving kindness, with patience. Relax the belly. Tuck your chin ever so slightly into your chest, really just ever so slightly, so that your head does not wander off and float away. Check your mudra, bringing the intention back to your mudra, placing your awareness back on your belly button, back on your abdomen, relaxing all the muscles in your belly. Now recognize that when we relieve ourselves of tension, when we release tension in the body, tension is a holding process, like clenched fists. When we have tension in our body holds things there. Energies, traumas, memories, sometimes joys, fears, sensations, thoughts, emotions, all kinds of things get held in the clenched fists of the body. Relax the belly. Relax the clenched fists in the belly. Many of us have them. Relax the belly. If visualization works for you, I invite you to visualize the muscles releasing. A lot like a fist slowly opening. Visualize the muscles opening, making space, and then releasing whatever they're holding. Be mindful. You may not notice anything being released. You may set the intention. You may say, okay, go ahead and release whatever you're holding down there, belly, and you may experience absolutely nothing. I invite you to meet that same space of nothingness with curiosity and willingness. Remain here, centered and focused with your awareness on your intention, which is just to release goodness, tension. Now, if you do have a sensation or a thought or an emotion or anything else arise from this space as you are releasing the tension, I invite you to open your heart to it. This mudra is here at your heart. This mudra opens the heart space to receive, like a mother's heart. Open, loving, unconditional. Anything that arises from this space, I invite you to meet it with an open heart. The same way a mother might open her heart to a child in pain, a child making a mistake, a child experiencing a huge emotion. Cultivate that same open, loving, unconditional heart. Anything that arises from this space, from your belly, from your pelvic floor, anything that arises from this release of tension, please meet it with loving kindness. If you don't notice anything arising, simply set the intention to meet anything that does, anything that's released with loving kindness. Slow, steady breaths. You can stay with this part of the practice as long as you would like. You can also step back to any other part of the practice. If focusing on your belly button and releasing tension and opening your heart all sounds like way too much and distracting, just return to your breath. If even the breath is hard to follow, just rest your awareness on the mudra itself. I encourage you to stay with any part of this practice that resonates with you, as long as it is available to you. When you feel complete, I invite you to bring your hands together into prayer, or to simply lay one over the other over your heart in gratitude for today's practice. In gratitude for the balance of the divine masculine and feminine, of the yin and yang that resides in all of us. This ebb and flow of life that moves through us. Gratitude, gratitude. And offer yourself some gratitude for taking the time for self-care today. I'm so proud of you. And thank you for joining me in this space. When you are ready to come out of meditation, please do so slowly. Offer yourself some deep breaths. Offer yourself some wiggles, some stretches. Only opening your eyes when you're truly committed to coming back to reality. Nope, changed my mind. I'm going back to meditation. Nah. Welcome back, everyone. Hey, Corey. Hey, how are you? So, the Shakti Mudra is our mudra for the week. If you are just joining us, remember that the meditation, the replay, is available on YouTube. But here, I will give you the mudra right here, right now. Shakti Mudra. This is the mudra for inspiration. This is the mudra for our creative inspiration. This is the mudra that aligns us and balances our yin energy, our divine masculine, feminine energy, our lunar cycles and things like that. It is an important mudra for both anyone on the spectrum of masculine or feminine. Why? Because both energies move through us. And if you are very out of balance in one, it's going to cause very out of balance in the other. Just like you don't go to the gym and do only right side curls. Did you guys ever see that movie, Lady in the Water? Because there was a character in Lady in the Water, M. Night Shyamalan, who only did right side stuff. And he had like a one massive arm. No? Okay, Shakti Mudra. Shakti Mudra. Tuck your thumbs in. Drop your first two fingers over your thumb and bring your knuckles together to touch the ring finger and the pinkies as well. Shakti Mudra. Rest the mudra at your heart. Release your shoulders, relax your elbows, and keep your mudra, hold your mudra with intention, not tension. And remember, same with meditation, with any mindfulness practice, it is not about perfection. It's about showing up for yourself. It's about the process. It's about being present. Present with the process. Patience. Patient. With your petulant penguins in the brain. Shakti Mudra. This mudra works a great deal on the pelvic and the lower two chakras, the sacral and the root chakra. So when you hold this mudra, it's really helpful to release, to relax. My mouth does not want to say these words. To release the tension in the lower two chakras, the muscles in the lower two, this area and down. Relax those muscles. If you struggle to relax those muscles or to have an awareness of those muscles, then I encourage you to just sit with the practice of clenching those muscles and relaxing. clenching those muscles and relaxing. EMC Jiu-Jitsu. It's Hasta Jiu-Jitsu. User, I see that you have brought a very interesting topic here to this live, but that's not the topic of the live right now. Thank you for the information sharing. But I do ask that everyone shows up to this space with curiosity and willingness. If you show up to this space in a way that is disruptive, rude, or downright mean, you will be muted. And that is just to cultivate a safe space for everyone to show up as they are. But just like when you walk into a temple or a church, they also have a code of conduct. And if you are coming into a space and being disruptive in that space, then you are often ushered from that space. Does that mean that you are not welcome in the space? No. It means that we all must take personal responsibility for the way that we show up in others' spaces, in general. Show up for ourselves, show up with others. Come in peace. I come in peace. Boundaries. Healthy. Balanced. Boundaries are wise. Hey, Mullah Cookie, how are you? Boundaries are wise. And when we come from a place of authenticity, authenticity is the care, the concern, the love for both self and other. Ego, arrogance, that's come from the place of like, oh, this is just about me and I'm the important one here and you need to hear what I'm saying and it doesn't matter how that affects all of you. That's imbalance. Balance is authenticity, because authenticity is the purest expression of divinity as it flows through you. And divinity, God's love, loves all. Loving someone does not mean letting them into your temple to destroy it, because that would not be loving yourself. Just like in the 8 limbs of yoga, we talk about nonviolence. We often think of the term of nonviolence. We go, okay, nonviolence, well, I just won't hit anybody, okay. But nonviolence begins with the self. Nonviolence begins here. Truthfulness begins here. Compassion, patience, love, strength, courage, curiosity, willingness, all of it comes from here. Hey John, how are you? Nice to see you. I think there is a, what's the word I'm looking for? There was too many words I was looking for. That was the problem. My brain went off and just like went in like 6 different directions. For those of you who are somewhat new here and haven't heard me talk about my pirate ship before, sometimes you will see me pause and try to run mediation between multiple characters. So, if you haven't heard of internal family systems, I highly encourage you go take a look. You go explore the idea. Internal family systems recognizes that within each of us are multifacets. We are multifaceted. The way that I show up for work is different than the way that I show up for drinks with my friends. The way that I show up for my child is different than the way that I show up for my parents, right? People with this through IFS Oh, you help people with this through IFS. Yes. So there are a lot of, he's got several books out as well. I think the most recent one is called No Bad Parts, and it has exercises in it. I highly encourage you to explore it. Most of my coaching and actually most of the work that I do is from this place of understanding IFS. I thought I created IFS over my own years of exploration. I'm a storyteller and a very visual person. So I created these characters because I started to recognize that there were different facets of self, and I wanted to meet these different parts of myself and essentially create a relationship with them so we can have conversations about things. Because I noticed when, someone came at me in public that there was a different kind of character, a different kind of energy that manifested. And I wanted to be able to tap into that energy when I needed it, right? But if we aren't having the conversations with these parts of ourselves that show up for us in these different situations, I have a defender. I have a very powerful defender. But for some reason, she does not show up in some of the most necessary moments. She disappears. I'm like, where the fuck did she go? We need her right now. What the hell? So, having these conversations with yourself. Having this ability to develop a rapport with all of these different aspects of self is profoundly healing. If you've ever wondered where your wiser self is, we'll talk about that, right? If you've ever wondered how to listen to your intuition, how to hear your guides, right? These are all pretty hot button terms. Everybody likes to talk about them. But the question is, how? Where the fuck is that voice, right? For most of us, we have some level of conversation happening in our head. And if you have some level of conversation that is happening in your head, I can tell you where your captain is. I can tell you who the navigator is. I can tell you where that wiser self is. It's the person having the conversations with all the rest of them. And at first, that's not easy to discern. That's not easy to uncover. Lovely shenanigans. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And after years of having these conversations and developing a relationship with these parts of myself, I now get to hear my little kid self. Like this morning when she said, these drab, dark colors that you're wearing suck. Actually, she was probably a teenager. Actually, she wasn't. She was probably maybe 8 or 9. She was definitely there's some spicy, a little bit older kid, not quite little, but she wanted to wear colorful and fun. In fact, I bought this, she chose this from the thrift store almost a year ago. Nope. Last winter. Yeah. She found it in the thrift store when we couldn't wear it, and I promised her that we would wear it as soon as it got warm. And she also asked for cookies. So now I'm using my singing bowl for tiny cookie crumbs. It is in this way that we begin to build trust with ourselves. Remember that defender part of myself I said I have? Who is really fucking powerful. Buh, don't fuck with her. But when I need her most, I don't know where she is. Or I didn't. But I have learned to ask for her help. I have learned to listen to her when she needs something. I'm learning to build a relationship with her so that when I really need her, she can show up. Guess what I found out? I am the watcher behind the mind. I have a really amazing meditation. Also, side note, I have a really amazing meditation for finding that voice, that self, the other I, the larger I, the behind the other voice that's conversing, the essence of the I, of the self. I have a really cool meditation for that. And we will probably use that meditation after my workshop starts. Okay, so here's a side note. Hey, everyone, guess what? The chakra workshop I keep talking about, it's going to happen. So it starts next week. We're going to do it 2 ways. The chakra workshop starts next week. I will be having live classes on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time for 8 weeks. Not 4, but 8. 8 weeks. The first week we'll talk about the entire energy body and reflect on it in terms of different cultures and modern and traditional information we have on the energy body, the chakras, the nadis, all the pieces of it. The aura, all that kind of stuff. We're going to touch on all of that in the first week. And then each week we're going to cover a different chakra. This is not your anecdotal, the chakras are this color and they're called this and they are connected to these zodiac signs or something. This is from how many years of experience? I'm 39 now, and I started my energy work at the age of 7. I started understanding the energy body at the age of 7. So probably, yeah. So it's been a while. This is from my experience, my knowledge. So to join the workshop, there's 2 ways to do this. If you would like to join the live workshop over the next 8 weeks, even if you can't make it to the live session, you will have immediate access to the replays. And you will be able to ask questions in the Sangha. To get the live class, you need to go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/movewithchange. And you need to select a membership level. So you stay in the membership for 2 months. And what you get is not only this workshop, but access to all my other workshops that are already there, plus twice weekly group coaching, plus Monday group practice sessions. So to join the live class, you need to go snag a membership. You need to snag a membership from the Sangha Scholars level or above. Okay? Sangha Scholars level or above. The Sangha Scholars level gives you full, unadulterated access to every workshop I have. And twice weekly group coaching, once weekly group practice sessions, and constant interaction in the Discord. If you don't want to do the lives, if you don't want to do the subscription, you don't want any of the other stuff, and you're like, no, really, all I want is the workshop, and I'll just take the recorded classes, then you can go pre-order that on my Patreon page in the shop there. So to join the live classes, go to memberships and select Sangha Scholars or above. If you would like to just get the workshop itself as a self-paced thing with all the recordings after we are through, you will receive that in July. And you can purchase that now. You won't get any of the other perks. No group coaching, no space to ask questions, that kind of stuff. It'll just be a self-paced thing. However, that said, I always answer questions because I like to give information away for free. So, if you have any questions about getting to the workshop, if you have any questions about joining our Sangha and the various membership levels, you can always just send me a message on any of the platforms. If you would like a link to join our Discord for free and go in there and chat with us about this stuff, or to see the free resources that I have there, that link is also on Patreon. Patreon.com/movewithchange. If you would do me a favor and go find me on all your socials. I am pretty much on all the socials. Go ahead and give me a follow on all of them. I try to put different content on different socials, but the reality is all of the platforms are hiding my content. In fact, now that we have AI watching the videos and whatnot and deciding what fits community guidelines and not, I keep getting the warning that there are QR codes in my content. Yes, I'm also on Twitter too. God bless you too, user. 363-894-2954868. Thank you, anonymous person. I'm gonna have a cookie. So because the AI sees me messing with the matrix, Yes, move with change on all the places. Since AI can see me recoding the matrix, we now have to take this to Discord. Because in Discord, the AI is not watching what we are doing. And soon, my friends, soon, we are creating an app so there is a private space. Our Sangha can be completely closed from, away from Big Brother eyes, away from AI eyes. And we can actually cultivate a safe space. Remember that the community there on Discord and the community that we are creating, the mindfulness community, is called CAYA. CAYA Sangha, CAYA community. Why? C-A-Y-A. C-A-Y-A stands for Come As You Are. Because you are a fucking miracle. And anybody who's told you you aren't is wrong. Flat out wrong. And usually is ignorant to the fact that they're a miracle too. Your authenticity, your truest self, is the expression of divinity as it moves through you, as it manifests into creation. Guess what? This beautiful vessel here, that divine feminine energy that we cultivate with the Shakti Mudra, the divine masculine energy that we pull down, they meet here within our vessel, in our heart, and manifest as creation, as manifestation, as expression into this finite matrix reality. It's a beautiful, beautiful process of transmutation, of creation, of constant expanding and growth. When I sit in meditation and I find myself sinking into that place and releasing attachment and releasing the mind monkey chatter and releasing all the things and floating into the abyss, it makes me cry because it is so beautiful. You are a vessel for God itself to express, just like everything else in creation. You are a miracle. Everything it took for the entire universe to manifest you exactly as you are is awesome. Awesome. So we've created a space. We are cultivating a space called the CAYA community. Right now it's just in Discord, but like I said, we're creating an app. I'm working on getting us a platform that's really just ours. This is a space where I encourage you to show up, especially when it's messy, especially when it's difficult, especially when it's scary, and especially when you feel alone. Because I know intimately what it's like to walk this path alone. And more than anything on my journey, I prayed again and again and again for others to share it with. And in this really beautiful way, those prayers are actually being answered now. For the first time, the veil has now been removed. I'm allowed to share. I'm allowed to connect. I hold this space, and the number of people who come to me and say, this is what I needed. I had no one else to talk to. Thank you so much for this space. Fills my heart with such an exuberant joy that I want to both laugh and cry at the same time. You can't get to authenticity if you're fighting yourself. You can't get to authenticity and to healing and unity within yourself if you're constantly picking yourself apart. And most of us, that's all we know. So come. Come to the Discord. Come to the CAYA community. The most important thing is that we approach each other with curiosity and willingness. Thank you for expanding the energy, time traveler. You know, it's also the reality that we are collectively evolving. The planet itself, right? The sun itself, the universe itself is evolving. And we are being carried on that process with us. And the number of people that I also are coming to me and saying, never before in my life have I had these kinds of experiences, and now all of a sudden I'm meditating without trying. I'm astral projecting in my dreams. I can feel energy. Whoa, what the fuck? You're waking up. You're ascending. You're evolving. And it's fucking magnificent. It's also harrowing as shit. Especially if you don't have the tools and don't have the community and don't have guides. This is what gurus are for. Now listen to me again. I am not your guru. Can you learn things from me? I hope so. Can you receive gifts from my toolbox that I've spent my whole life building so I could share it with you? Yeah, I really hope so. But I need you to remember, because I don't want you to put that responsibility onto me or that expectation onto me. Why? Because you deserve that responsibility. You are powerful, courageous, and compassionate enough to be the one who leads yourself from darkness to light. God, guru means that which leads you from darkness to light. You can sit in meditation with me, yeah. But when I remind you to bring your awareness back and to be gentle and kind with your mind monkeys, who does that? You. I'm not in your head. I'm not in your body. I can't force you to meet yourself with love and compassion. But when you recognize that divinity already resides within you, already expresses itself through you, God itself is seeing and hearing and tasting life through you, it becomes a lot easier to meet yourself with love and compassion in that space. I want to show you how to do that. I want to help you meet all of the parts of yourself, especially the ones that you say, not that one. Because I'm a rat. I'm either the rat. I like stinky cheese. And anything that you have been storing away and refusing to look at, I guarantee you it's rotting. That smell in your life where you're like, what is this thing I just can't get out of or can't get rid of or can't avoid? It's your stinky cheese. And I really like the taste of cheese. So let's go digging. Let's go do some internal excavation and check out the foundation and the pillars of your temple. Let's climb on the roof and make sure that the shingles are properly laid. Patch any holes where the storm blows in sideways. You can do this. You can meet yourself with love and compassion. You can build a trusting relationship with yourself. Trust is the foundation. If you've got trust issues, like I do, with people out there, you're not going to fix those trust issues with people out there. All of that starts from here. So I say God gives you strength, right? They say that because it's right here, already available to you. Let me show you how to tap into it. So, for those of you just joining or new here, hello. My name is Reverend Deborah. I am a non-denominational reverend, so don't get scared of the title. I am a movement facilitator, movement in breath, movement in body, movement in being. And I am your shenanigan shaman, because the closer I have come to God, the better I have understood the nature of reality, the more silly and playful and joyful and colorful reality is. At this point, I am pretty sure that all of creation is merely the ripple of God laughing. If you would like to work directly with me, you can do so by snagging a membership over on the Patreon page. Patreon.com/Move with Change. I am Move with Change on all the platforms. Please go follow me on all of them, but especially YouTube, because that's where you're going to find the replays. If you would like to stay on that end of social media and just be a looky-loo and observe, then go ahead. You can just watch the replays and stay in the lives as much as you want, because I will continue doing lives. I will always keep offering free things. I can't not. It's in my nature. But if you would like to go deeper and you would like to see the content that none of the platforms will let me post, then you have to be in the Discord. There are other extras in the Discord too. I drop recipes on the monthly. I do have a blog on the Patreon too. I also have a podcast on Spotify. The link for that, all of those things are on the Patreon page. If you don't follow me anywhere, follow me on the Patreon page, because at least there you'll get updates and announcements, and you'll see when I post workshops, and you'll be able to access the Discord for free anytime that you would like. So Juju, I intentionally created multiple tiers of memberships. I used to have one flat rate for everybody. And the truth is it's not everybody, one size does not fit all. So I created several membership levels. They are all on the Patreon page. And with each membership level, you get different perks. And they're flexible. So if you are at one membership level this month and you're like, nah, I got to drop down to this one this month, and then I can go back to that one next month, you can do that. We can pause memberships. If the $ is the only reason you can't get through the membership gate, then please reach out to me. You won't discover anything unless you ask. I love trade. I love exchanging services. I love marketing for each other and sharing community marketing. So if you have any of those skills, if you have services you offer or products or things that you offer, right, and you want to exchange things, let's do that. Please talk to me, because a lot of times that exchange is far more valuable than you handing me $1. Guess what? I am really terrible with money. It often slips out of my hands. I like to give it away to people. So instead, if you trade me a service, then I actually get more value. And I do need a video editor, and I need some tech, behind the scenes tech work. So thank you, Juju. Patreon page, multiple levels of membership. I have a membership as low as $5.55 a month. It is a donation level. It's the level that says, I love what you do. I want to support this so that you can keep doing the free classes. Thanks. All right. If you subscribe here on TikTok, I implore you, please go to the Patreon page and cancel your membership on TikTok, but please go put it on the Patreon page, because one, you will receive actual benefits there, because here on TikTok, they take most of it. They take most of the percentage of it, and I receive very little. So it's a nice little tip jar, but I am not interested in paying a platform that is actively hiding my content. So, you silly puppy. Too sweet, baby. All of that said, if you have any questions and that was way too much information for you, or you need links or whatnot, it's okay. I understand. Please just send me a message. If you want to debate what I'm talking about, if you want to share cool information about things, feel free to message me. I am always open for conversation. Again, I only ask that you approach this space and me and each other with curiosity and willingness, because only then can we truly see the other. I hear you, Juju. Oh, ooh, mullet cookie. I do have a P.O. box. So I'm pretty sure the P.O. box is listed on my Patreon page. If you're ever inclined to send sweet little gifts and things. Hey, June. Then feel free. The P.O. box. I love pen pals. If you like to write letters and send little kitschy things, it doesn't even have to be anything fancy. It can just be a little thing in the mail. I love getting things in the mail. So the P.O. box is on the Patreon page. I offer everything from just astrology for the week to weekly practice and coaching sessions. We can get really intense with your work, or it can be really casual. That's why I have the free option. That's all the way up to the $444 a month option. Do you need to go outside? Mm-hmm. Young man. Don't pee on my rug. Hold on, let me put the dogs outside. Come on, boys. You gotta go out there? You going? No? Okay. Hey, Clayton. Good morning. No, sir. After Monday, after the shenanigans that happened on Monday, you were no longer allowed to... There you go. All right, everyone. I love you so much. Thank you, Juju. You know what's a really interesting thing is that I have been... So I had just a little bit about me, my background, I guess. I was raised Catholic, and when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a nun and a doctor and a writer. Many things, but I wanted to be a nun. And, sir, we're not doing this again. And then I had my first, I guess, awakening experience when I was 7. And I continued exploring the church, exploring nunhood, but realized that the inner knowings that I was finding and discovering, the deeper understandings, the personal relationship that I was developing with Christ, with God, with the universe itself, with myself, I realized that the church was not for me, at least the Catholic Church. I later became a non-denominational reverend because this has always been my path. No matter what else I do, no matter where else, any other job I have had, I'm the guy that people share their stuff with, that people ask questions of. And it has always filled my heart with purpose. It's why I will never stop giving things away for free. We have had a discussion about tongue. No. And as I learn and grow in my own space and my own boundaries and develop my own temple, I am also learning to ask for an exchange. Ask for an exchange. A mullet cookie. Is there a proper name for God? Is there, my friends? Or do we all have our own relationship and have our own names? Juju, I don't have my motivation many days. In fact, I wake up every single day with a really, really angry part of myself that is mad that we had to wake up another day. That part of myself has nearly taken me under so many times. Yes, Mullah Cookie, according to the old root languages, yes. And where does language stem from? Language is a tool for us to express these things, yes, but it is a very limited tool to express these things, which is why we approach each other with curiosity and willingness, because your name for God and my name for God may be different names, but we may be talking about the same thing. And arguing over semantics distracts us from the connection, right? Thank you, Mullet Cookie, for the opportunity to talk about that. Yes, language, yes. English itself causes a lot of confusion, but any of them do, because they're all limited tools. Fused in plastic. The answer to all questions is obviously 42. So, if you feel any inkling to connect further, to reach out, please don't hesitate. If you're worried that the thing you want to ask is too weird, please ask. If you're worried that the thing you're going through is too scary or too big to share with others, please bring it here. We can unpack it together. Allie, yes. I sometimes wake up not knowing what to do first, and it can give me anxiety. That is, yep. So, what are you doing with your morning routine, my friend? Have you began cultivating a morning routine in recognition of that? Hey, Dragon. Okay, Dream Baby. You said you signed up for Patreon and you put the code in and you see your problem. Okay, I will help you out in there, okay? Will you? So once you get into the Discord, guys, if you have any issues there, if you have any issues there, please reach out. You can reach out to me on any of the platforms and any places. You can also reach out in the Discord. Anywhere you are in the Discord, if you at Harmony Handler or just at Rev, somebody will come help you. Yes, Mullah Cookie, so much of communication is actually happening far beyond words. Words is only this fraction of communication. There's also energy, body language, assumptions, and bias. There is so much happening on communication. Communication is actually, well, one of the many things I went to college for. I went to college for 12 years for human development and wellness. And within that, I studied nonviolent communication and interpersonal relation and family studies. And the tools of communication are so fucking powerful that I can't understand. I can't fathom why we're not all taught these at a young age. But I won't get into the theories of why that's by design right now. Do I do ayahuasca retreats? Somebody asked where I'm located. I'm located in Oregon. I do teach in person. I do sort of offer mini personal retreats. They are by request. So let me know if you are interested in a personal retreat. I usually do about a week at a time, 3 days to a week at a time. Let me know if that interests you. We can talk about that elsewhere. I don't talk about those on the lives. Those are personal decisions that we make together. And then you asked if I do ayahuasca ceremonies. I do not personally lead medicine ceremonies, and that is just a personal choice for me. I do not currently lead medicine ceremonies, but I highly encourage you to explore the ceremonies with guides with clear intentions. Guides with clear intentions. You do mantra and meditation with a monk. But before that, through days, you don't feel stuck. Are you saying that your meditation mantra does help? Good. I hope so. So Dream Baby, as soon as I get off here, I'll pop into the Discord and I will give you a hand. Also, guys, you can join the Discord for free, and if you decide you want a membership later on, you can always add your membership. Okay, last but not least, final reminder. Juju, wait, my mom had a llama. I am a mama llama. If you were following me last year, you would have seen llamas all over my stuff. All over my stuff. So, good. That's a universal echo. That's a universal confirmation. Now, oh, but days we don't have the practice, I feel stuck. It's an ADHD thing, I guess. So, again, Allie, please come into the Discord. You can get in for free. I would love to share with you my podcast where you can listen to meditations. Also, if you follow me on YouTube, there's a ton of meditations. I've got like almost 250 videos of meditations, mudras, and tiny yoga, chair yoga on Fridays. So last reminder, guys, I'm really excited to do it again this year. The chakra workshop begins next week. It will be an 8-week workshop. If you would like to come live for the workshop, go snag yourself a Sangha Scholars membership or above. If all that's too confusing, send me a message and I will send you a direct link to go get it. If you would like to just wait and purchase the workshop after we're done, that will be in July. It will be available, but you can pre-order on the Patreon page. Once we're done with the workshop, guess what happens? The pre-order is over and the cost is going to go up. So if you want it for the cost now, you got to pre-order it. Once we finish the workshop, it will be available in July. I will have the list of everybody who purchased it during the live sessions. But if you would like to get on the live sessions, then please come join the Discord. You can join for free, send me a message, whatnot, but to get in to the Chakra Workshop live classes, you will need a Sangha Scholar membership or above. I'm really excited to put this one on. Like I said, I have been working with energy since I was yay big. There's a lot, that's what I wanted to say. There are a lot of people out there practicing energy work. And I will tell you right now, I am not going to tell you that anybody is wrong or bad or anything, or that I am better than anyone else. That is not the conversation. However, it is important to ensure that there are clear channels of communication for that individual. So, for example, if you are the one practicing energy work and you are experiencing tiredness, discomfort, headaches, physical aches, other symptoms, when you practice energy work or after you do, then I implore you to please come into the Discord so that I can help you align those channels so that you can clear that stuff out. A lot of us, because of the collective ascension stuff happening, a lot of these channels are opening for people before your channels are actually clear enough for that energy to move through. So what happens? But that powerful fucking force comes through and unclogs your drains. So if you are experiencing some crazy fucking symptoms and this energy going all over the place and you're like, holy shit, it's like my life is being cleared the hell out. It's like it's being burnt through, purification through fire, right? If it feels intense, the likelihood is you've got stuff stuck that divine energy is trying to pop through, push through. Obviously, pressure builds. Good, Allie. Come join in the Discord. I don't want you to be experiencing that. You don't need to be experiencing that. I mean, you do, sort of, because you need to clear the channels, but we can do it more gently. We can do it more intentionally. That said, if you are not practicing it yourself, I implore you to please be clear with who you are receiving it from, because not clear channels also means that that other stuff comes with somebody's energy work. So one of the most powerful things that you can say in receiving energy work, if you're scrolling across social media, there's a lot of people out there doing energy work on social media, and you want to receive, or you've got your person that you love to get it from, next time you show up, I invite you to simply say, I accept divine energy through clear, well-intended channels. I accept divine energy and divine energy only. Because when I'm practicing energy work, I'm not dealing with my finite energy source. I'm not dealing with my Taurus. I'm not dealing with my energy. If you are working from your energy, it's not energy work. It is energy work, but it's going to drain the fuck out of you. And it's not really where the source is from. It's like filling my cup and then pouring it on you and going, there you go. Shit, now I'm empty. If you would like to learn energy work, if you would like to work with me on these things too, if you would like to work with me on improving your channel or your connection and whatnot, we can also do those things. I am putting together a certification for energy work influenced by my lineage. The lineage I received from my family, from the women in my family. I will be creating a workshop for this, but I need to let you know that that's going to be one in person, and it's not going to be ready probably for another year or so. But if that's something that interests you, if you want to learn more about Reiki rather than just reading the little text things in the classes that are online, or if you've done those things and feel like you need more, follow me, connect, come join the Discord so that you can stay up to date, or at least follow me on the Patreon so you can stay up to date on all the information for those things. Hey, Etheric Expansion, I'm glad. Mala Cookie, you've been healing people and pets and plants. I get tired. Meditate every day, 2 to 3 times. I am new. Like I said, most of us are really, like, there's a lot of, I don't want to say newbies, because it's not really, all of this has always been available. But it's more a matter of having had lenses on or blinders on, and the frequency changes of the earth, that Schumann resonance stuff, the solar flares, all the shit that's going on is basically burning away the veil. Is taking off the layers of illusion and giving us all access to this. Sometimes before we're ready or before we're well informed about it. And again, I don't want to come from a place of judgment, because you are all capable of that divine work. It is accessible to all of us. It flows through all of us. My mind keeps wanting to give warnings about running too fast down the path of enlightenment, about pushing too hard past your boundaries or past your edges. But really, the entire message is just this. It is important to meet yourself with curiosity and willingness, to meet yourself with loving kindness, with compassion and patience. This is how we build trust with ourselves. This is how we learn to love ourselves. And from that place, that is the fertile soil from which love for other, patience for other, compassion for other grows. Without that fertile soil, those things struggle to grow. All right, I gotta let Puppy in. And, oh, come here. Come on, you goof. That's not really how you get in the door. Okay, the dogs have realized it is past 11:11, so now they know that it is time to go outside and play and have some breakfast, so that is where we are headed. Oh my gosh. They're learning to play together, and it's really absurdly adorable. So, hey, come here. Nope, they're busy. All right. I love you all so fucking much. You are so spectacular. You are a fucking miracle, and don't let anybody else tell you different, okay? And if you need a reminder, come join me in the Discord. Or just send me a message, be like, hey, can you remind me? Yeah, absolutely. You're a fucking miracle. You're fucking magnificent. And you deserve every ounce of love and compassion that you can muster, and more. Boys. Okay. I will talk to you all soon. I will see you in the Discord. If you are already a Sangha member, we have group coaching tonight at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Boys! Okay, group coaching tonight, 4:30 Pacific time. Hey, Jordana! So, come join me. Hey, gentlemen. Come here. Come here. Nope, come here. Bring it to me. Get. No, we're gonna go. I'm gonna bring these crazy dogs outside. All right. Let's see. We're closing down the channels. Okay. We've got good night, Kick. I'll see you later. Good night, Twitch. We'll see you later. Good night, Instagram.